This is probably the expression of, I swear I was recording. I was positive I was recording. I probably recorded half of the video. Just discovered I'm not recording. Like, the story time, I want to say it's about relationship, bad boyfriend. And we're gonna go into the why of that. It was early 2017. I met this guy named Rant. And I met him through my group of friends because, like, he was there with them and was like, oh, okay, so we're cool with this dude. Hey, the first day you meet someone. Like, I'm a nice enough and friendly person, but don't take my clothes. Okay, let's rephrase that. Don't take my headwear. Because I have this black beanie somewhere in the archives of my house. It is currently missing. And it says Misfits right there. But like, when I wear it, I fold it back because I love the beanie. I get annoyed with it. So yeah, I have this beanie, and he just says, yank it off my head, just walk away, and then run away into the wilderness. And no, that's not okay. So I chase after him. It's like, boy, I want my headwear, but also I gotta go to class, and you're making me late. And then it's like, okay, I'll just give it back to you after class. So I walk into my class late. And then after this whole episode, I find out that he followed my best friend Alice to her class as well. And just like took her Coke out of her hand and drank it and walked away. Like, dude, get your own. How is that acceptable? Like, yeah. Anyway, so now, next thing, I come out of my class, I go and I find him and I'm like, okay, beanie, I need to go, I'm running late, I needed to get my beanie back. And then he's like, tell you what, I'm gonna keep it for a week, and I'll just send you a picture every day wearing the beanie. Okay, now I'll give credit where credit is due. That is a very creative way to get someone's number when you're smitten like a lovesick kitten. So kudos for that. No, but literally the only reason why I agreed to it was I was running late and I needed to go. So the whole agreement of I'll send you a picture every day lasted 3 of 7 days. I don't know about you, but for me personally, you make a deal, stick to it, you dumb motherfucker. It's as simple as it is. Don't lie if you know you're not going to commit to something. And it's like, just stop, okay? So now, let's fast forward a bit to like 2 months later. We've been talking for a bit, and turns out he liked me. So we were helping our friend Andy film a short stop motion video, and he was just an useless extra. I was not really, now I'm just being frantic. Anyway, so we were helping him film a stop motion video, Sandy and Randall was there, and then the two of us, he's like, hey, can we talk? And it's like, yeah, sure, but we were all talking about getting ice cream and whatever. And it's like, yeah, we'll get ice cream after. So now we leave Andy and Alice to walk around the campus, and just talk. And then eventually, before we reach the front of the campus, and it's been a whole lot of nonsense talking from the moment we left till then. And he's like, hey, I really like you. Will you be my girlfriend? Here's my fault. And I'm hopefully never going to do this again. But I've always been nice enough to give every single person the chance to, just a chance at anything. Even if it's a relationship. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll date you, whatever. I was very unfazed by that. And then he's like over the moon, happy as can be. We finally get back to Andy and Alice, and it's like, guys, we can finally go get ice cream. And so we went to the campus, not to the campus, to the shopping center close to campus. Came back eating this ice cream, and then we see some of our like favorite lecturers, and we're like, ice cream? I promise it's not a bribe, but do you want some? So now, I should have seen the signs before saying yes. Like, I should have seen it. He steals people's beanies, he takes people's drinks and drinks them, and then walks off like it's the most normal thing in the world. He came up with the most far-fetched excuse as to why he returned my beanie both dirty and didn't continue with the photo thing for the entire week. Like, I didn't believe that story, but still, I should have seen the signs. I should have said no when he asked. And then, like, things were good for like a month, maybe 3 months. Let's be a little nice. And then I realized I was the one who was always making the plans. I was the one that paid for everything. And like, I planned for everything, I paid for everything, and it was always my house. It was never, hey, why don't we go to my house? It's always, hey, you ready to go to your house? It was always going to my place. Never once did we go to his until December. Now, we'd been dating at that time since March. Don't ask me when in March, just March. That's all I remember. We started dating, and then finally in December I get to go to his house, and that was the one and only time, and it was to meet his parents. But that's further on in the story. If I didn't, we always met at the college, so if I didn't have class that day, I still had to go from my house. Now it's a good hour's train ride from where I stay to my college, and he expected me to do that every single time that I didn't have class, just so we could hang out. And at first I was okay with that. After the 3 months, it was like, this guy needs to stop putting in some effort. So I would meet him, because like, I did have classes most of the time when we met up, so it was fine. I would meet him, we'd go to my house, that was it. I wouldn't make plans, but it was the most boring relationship of mine, because if I didn't make plans, we just sat in my room and watched a movie, or you know, do the totally un-PG thing of making out and whatever. Okay, it was mostly making out. There was never any and whatever. Eventually, I started making plans again because I was getting so bored of the same routine. But here's the real kicker. I would have to go from my house to college, give him petrol money, and then go back to my house. Or when we made plans, it was like go ice skating, go watch a movie. Eventually, now this is when we reached like the 9-month mark. Yeah, this is around, let's say August, maybe the 6-month mark. I started dragging Alice along to anything we had to do. I mean, anything that Randall and I did, because I was so bored of this guy. He had no like sense of adventure. I can't be confined in a boring thing. He was the epitome of boring, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I started bringing Alice along, because at least she was fun. And so if we went ice skating, Alice was coming. If we went to the arcade, Alice was coming. Because you're never too old for the arcade, guys. Just putting it out there. And then if we went to the movies, Alice was coming. And okay, maybe here's the part where I was a bit of a awful person. If we bought popcorn, the popcorn was shared between Alice and I, because Randall could just, you know, go die in a hole. Like, when you share popcorn with someone, don't eat it and then you lick your fingers. That's gross. Don't do it. Especially if you're sharing, because then you're putting your germs all over the food, and it's like, I can't eat this now, the popcorn's soggy. It's gross. And at least with Alice, I knew that wouldn't happen. And then, finally, in December, I had enough. He was constantly lying. It took forever to meet his parents. Like, he met mine very quickly, because anything we did was at my house. So yeah, it took forever to meet his parents because I met them in December. We'd been dating since March. I'd lost so much money because if you're going to be in a relationship, guys, split the expenses 50-50. Even if it's something small like going to the movies. One of you pay for the movie and one of you pay for the popcorn. It's not that hard. I was paying for everything all the time. Entrance fees, ice skating, I paid for everything. Movies, I paid for everything. It was maddening. I couldn't do it anymore. And then finally, I don't know what happened, but in December he started pulling his socks up. And that was too late for me because I was already deciding I'm going to break up with him. But I decided I'd give him until like March, when our relationship originally started the previous year, to like fix himself. And then came New Year's Eve at Maddie's place. Now Maddie is a friend that I'm no longer friends with. That's a story for another time, which is also just a whole lot of noise. Anyway, so we were at Maddie's place for New Year's, and honestly, he was very annoying because like these are my friends and I'm always this free, wild spirit, and he apparently didn't like that very much because he spent most of the time sulking in the corner, and if we were having fun, he would instantly end the fun. Like, Maddie's got a brother named Bruce who had a friend named Connor, and I was friends with Connor as well. And so we were playing, I believe we were playing Kings, and Connor made a rule, and then I made a rule to counteract his rule, so that if I had to suffer, Boy was going to suffer too. And like, it was all fun, and I don't understand it, but he decided, oh hey, it's my turn to make a rule. I'm cancelling out both your rules. And then he wanted to go to bed, so it's like, yeah, sure, okay, fine, go to bed. We left him to go to bed. And then Maddie and Bruce also went to bed, and Connor and I were just chit-chatting for a bit in one of many dining rooms. Actually, this was more of a living room, one of many living. And we were just talking about all the memories we'd made and over the many years that we'd known each other. And here comes Randall, like, go to bed. I asked you many times, please go to bed. No, he didn't. But like, we said, yeah, okay, fine, 5 minutes. And then we went back to talking because we were having a good conversation. And he's like, I asked you to go to bed. Now, we're annoyed. Connor and I both go upstairs to our separate rooms because I was sharing with Maddie and he was sharing with Bruce. Randall was sleeping downstairs on the couch like he deserved because he was being a bit of an asshole. And then the next morning, Maddie's dad is making us breakfast. And Randall is just pouting the whole time. And then he just like walks out of the house with his cup of coffee and is continuing to pout. Eventually, I get annoyed and I go to him and I'm like, what is your problem? He's like, I've already listed. And then I'm like, okay, you're kind of putting a downer on everything and you have been all night. So when you decide to be less of a Debbie Downer, you will find me inside having breakfast. Needless to say, I didn't end up having my breakfast because he was still carrying on like a child. So we went home, and then I don't know where he comes from thinking that this is his. Walks straight into my room and just flops on the bed like a child, and he cuddles. Anyway, so he walks straight into my room, flops onto the bed, and he's like, cuddling up my teddy. It's like, Randall, I think you need to go home. He's like, what? I said, I want you to go home. I do not want you in my house anymore. I do not want to spend time with you right now. Go home. And he left. And that day was honestly the final straw for me. But I still let him come over the following week. And we had a heart-to-heart. And it was like, okay. And then for the first time ever, he planned something. It was the most gobsmacking thing I ever experienced with this guy. Planned something. And it was like, oh, maybe you're not completely useless after all. So we went to a Cradle of Mankind, which is kind of like an excavation site that is closed and you can just like go through a mine type of a thing and find, and along the way you see like different types of stones, and sometimes if you're lucky you'll spot a skeleton. So yeah, we went through one of those, and So I was wearing this turquoise blue shirt that on the back it said no strings attached. And now there's these two guys behind us and they read the shirt and they're like, nice shirt, dude. I'm like, thanks, man. And yeah, sometimes I can be the bitch because he tried and I didn't care anymore because I had had it. I was giving him his chance and he kept blowing it. And then afterwards, we got into another fight. Okay, but remember, I've been the man in this relationship for so long. So we got home from that. We go for a walk around this area where I live in. It's a closed community. Heaven help the guy. He started crying because I was being closed off. And I told him, I think we should go on a break for the next 3 weeks and speak again when college reopens. Don't text me, don't do anything, just leave me alone for a while. I need my space because you are not giving me anything. So we went on our break and now I went to a house party with Alice, our friend. His nickname is Tallin because he is a tall boy. And it was quite insightful, I guess, because like we all knew I was gonna do it, break up with him, but essentially the thing that got me was I was essentially dating my child. I knew this and I had to put a stop to it. And so you could say I fast forward to February. Anyway, fast forward to when college reopened. I was minding my own business, going to my classes, and then one day Randall showed up on campus. I don't know how he knew that it had opened, but he was there. I can't say anything less than what actually happened, and that is I ended it. I broke his heart. I didn't care. I ended things, and it was better for the both of us. And he wasn't accepting no. Like he's like, I need to speak to you. It's like, no, I'm not speaking to you, it's over. And then he's like, what? And I'm like, it's done, leave me alone. And then I left because I had class at 9 o'clock. So I go upstairs to where my class is and I hear voices of my friends. So I go to where they, and we're all talking about it, having a good time. I believe someone was trying to show their marks about how high they got in our various subjects, and so I wasn't paying much attention. But I'm busy talking with them anyway because it's not all that we were talking about. And then he comes out of nowhere, taking a like dominant pose between these two chairs because the classroom's like very narrow. And he's like, everyone needs to leave. And now I'm mad because I've already told him so many times, no, it's over, I'm done, I don't want to talk to you. So I say, no, he was here first, he was here first, he was here first. He's probably been here longer than the four of us all put together. Because it was one dude that just wasn't a part of it. He's still there and he's shaking. He's like, everyone needs to leave. So now, my 3 friends, they are like, no, but whatever, dude. And they get up and they leave, except for this one guy that just stayed and he witnessed everything. He witnessed how merciless I am because I wasn't having this. He was now just making a scene. You said it wasn't over. We were gonna get back together, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I'm not gonna play this game anymore. I'm not happy. It's over. There is no coming back from it. And it's like, what's the reason? It's like, I don't need a reason. The reason is I'm tired of dating my child. And after that, I wasn't gonna let him stop me a second time. Because when my friends wanted to leave, I wanted to leave with him. But of course, I'm a particularly short person. And he's not that much taller than me, but I'm small and he's also a lanky little stick, so I don't know how to describe this, but he was blocking my way and I was like 10 seconds from kicking him where it hurts because I'll play nice until you're being a pain in the butt, then I'm gonna play dirty and you're gonna be in pain. But after that, he stormed off. Yes, actually, he stormed off like a little girl and I just casually walked out of the room and found my friends again, and they're like, so what happened? I broke up with him, and then he walked off, and he's probably going to cry now. But thankfully after that, he left me alone. The only problem was he kept bugging all of my other friends, and my other friends didn't like him, and they all ignored him. But he would still be there, and but eventually that stops as well. And then he became, I'm quite sure he wanted two of my lecturers to adopt him, because like he was basically handcuffed to them. If they went that way, he went that way, following like a lost little puppy. I felt sorry for the lecturers. This guy, he can't do anything other than lie. He didn't know how to tell the truth, and that was a big problem for me. And he said that on our 1 year, he was going to tell me everything. No. Like, I can handle dark stories. Like, Alice has a very dark story in her course, and I'm still best friends with him. He could have told me that he was, this is just an example, beaten with a thorn bush stick daily, whooped by a belt, whatever, and I still wouldn't look at him any less. But he told every little part of his past to Alice and not me. Part of the reason why we're breaking up is because you're never honest. And it's like, but I want to be, just give me time. And it's like, no. I gave you so much time to open up and talk to me, but you didn't. So you have no one to blame for this breakup, but that's where it is. I mean, like, can you be in a relationship where you're essentially dating a child? Are you overreacting? Or technically, was I overreacting? Am I a cow for being a free spirit? Leave it down in the comment sections. Maybe you have some advice for the next time I decide to get into another horrible relationship. But the next time I get in a relationship, I'm hoping it's going